Yeah, I look real rough, but it's all right. It's all right. I just want to talk about what I be observing. You hear it all the time. Why are there divorces happening in a church today? My short and simple answer is God ain't in it. I mean, if God was in it, then it wouldn't be happening. I feel like it wouldn't be happening. Now, this is not to say God ordained marriages or God led unions don't come with trouble, but you going in it with God. So for people that saying we over spiritualize, because I've done this before, over spiritualize relationships, yes, we should over spiritualize them, because go ahead and go make friends with a Satanist or a New Ager or an astrologer, whatever, right? And you're not leading them to Christ, but they're leading you to their beliefs and their ideologies. So it's important to definitely invite God into friendships, relationships, all types of ships. Invite the Lord into it, because if God is not in it, it can be very, very, it is spiritual, and y'all, marriage is a spiritual thing. It's something that God designed. He is spirit, so it's a God designed contract. So, marriage is a spiritual covenant. It's a physical covenant, it's a mental covenant, it's a covenant. It's a spiritual contract. So I do believe that marriage should be something, relationships, all that, it should be something spiritual. I'm not saying that like we got to be super like we have to have a balance, because a lot of times we were like, oh, we're too spiritual about it. No, there should be a balance, a healthy balance there. Don't you want to ask God who you gonna marry? Because again, guys, you're spending the rest of your life with this person. So don't you think it would be wise to find out whether or not this person is the person you're supposed to be connecting with forever? Don't you want God in that? And God will honor covenants, but most times, men and women can't handle it because God was never in it. They married themselves because of attraction or all the other stuff. And I'm not saying attraction is not important, but they're marrying for the wrong reasons. When you marry, you should think about your purpose. You should think about the ministry behind it. You should think about, how is this relationship, this marriage, going to glorify the Lord? You know? So for people that are saying that don't over spiritualize, I say yes, spiritualize it, because God need to be in it. You don't want to just be in a relationship with anybody. You don't want to just be in a friendship with just anybody. It is a spiritual thing. Witchcraft is real, people. So I believe that this is what church is missing today: the Holy Spirit within relationships, within marriages, within friendships. And this is why we see such a great amount of divorce happening in the church today, because of things like this, these mindsets that we have. And it's a shame. Like, the world looking at us like, okay, well, marriages in there don't work, or you got marriages out there working, but then they won't reach their full potential. But that's what I say. That's just my take on it, y'all. I do believe that you should like relationships, friendships, it should be spiritualized. I'm not saying to the point it's over spiritual, but you should have some sort of foundation and some sort of balance, because we can't be saying, we too deep with relationships. Yes, let me be deep with relationships. Let me be deep with friendships, because you don't want to be in something you're not called to be in. Remember, guys, we have such a limited amount of time. Like, literally, life is short. We're here for the time that God has us here for. So your relationships and your friendships should be ordained, should matter, you know. And along the way, you might make some hiccups, but hey, it's just the truth. Well, I'm sad now. I just thought I would just share my mind a little bit on some things that I observed. Yep. Bye, guys. Y'all see these braces, chat? It's working. It's working.